Right. So going on to the next game, it was another loss for Liverpool at Anfield. 6 losses in a row now at Anfield. I think 8 without a win at what was a fortress. But rather than criticising Liverpool or trying to do a post-mortem on what's going wrong, because there really is no point. I mean,
We've said everything.
What hasn't been said. It's just weird at this stage. But maybe we can touch upon that a bit. Maybe you can as Liverpool fans. But I would rather focus on Fulham because they're on the verge of getting out of that relegation zone where it looked like they were destined to be. Scott Parker has got a squad of a lot of average players playing some really, really good football, and especially in that first half at Anfield on Sunday, they absolutely dominated Liverpool. They're looking really, really impressive.
Yeah, again, have to apologize. I know I've apologized for Scott Parker for my comments before, but he's done a very good job. Do have to say his jacket at the weekend was questionable.
Very bad. Way too tight.
Very, very bad. But yeah, they're playing very well, and even there at the weekend, it's the same with every Liverpool performance. We dominate, look like scoring, but Fulham looked very good in the counter attack. Like even before half time, there was plenty of times they threatened us or threatened to go. No, Josh Maja had a chance. Adamola Lookman cut inside like Mason Mount did in the Chelsea game. Looked like he might get a goal there. And just the midfield did a very good job as well. And even, the Spurs game has happened since our last podcast. And they were very unlucky not to come out of that with at least a point, because I know the VAR decision on that handball, I know it's 2 games ago now, but that was an absolutely ridiculous decision. And, if they'd be given that goal, I think they'd be out of the relegation zone because they're level on points with, I think it's Brighton. They're level on points with Brighton or Newcastle. So if given that point, they're out of the relegation zone. So again, that could make a huge difference at the end of the season. And again, that was never.
I think next season that's fixed, Ronan, though. Like, they actually,
They changed it the day after that, I think.
Yeah.
That rule, which is little consolation if you're a Fulham fan. But they're playing really nice football, as you said.
Is it me or is it weird that you can just change the rule in the middle of a season?
It's weird.
Like, they changed it so quickly. I mean, it's good. It's good, but
how many amendments have they had in relation to VAR this season? You lose track of them, but that's a different conversation altogether. But yeah, Fulham were great. They were harrying Liverpool. They were relentless. The midfield did so well. Josh Maja was looking great on the overlap. Like, he looked like he could get a goal as well. But that was really due to how poor Neco Williams is as a defender. Like, they were just hitting that diagonal time and time again. Crossfield balls that really aren't indicative of Fulham, even though they have been playing a lot better. They're just hitting that ball time and time again. And Phillips did his best to mop up. Like, he was the more solid of the 2 centre halves. But with the pace that the Lookmans and the Majas have, like, it's hard to counteract that. So we are very fortunate it was only the 1-0 because they could have blitzed us a few times because Salah looked like a bit of a lone man up there with Jota. Like, it just wasn't falling for us at all.
Yeah, it was. I think there was one stage we were playing both Williams on the same side of the centre half of defence, and it wasn't great. I did feel sorry for Neco Williams a wee bit because there was a few times where he was making runs down the wing, like the Trent runs, and just nobody was passing to him. There's one, he was run down the line, and Naby Keita could have played him in for about 5 seconds and just flat out just refused to. He didn't have a great game. I don't like to bash on young players like that. He didn't have a good game.
He did create one good chance, though. He did create the Jota chance.
Yeah, the Jota chance, which I think was our only shot on target in that game.
Well, like, you can really see the fan coming out in Jamie Carragher, for example. Like, that's how bad things are getting because Neco Williams needed a quick release. Like, Salah tells him, he fizzes the ball into him in the second half, and he's like, right, get it and go. And he takes his time and he loses the ball.
Yeah, there was one.
Yeah.
There was one where it was played out to him and he'd loads of time to. He should have hit the ball in first time, and instead he pushed himself further out and he kind of turned back to goal and then tried to put it in and it got blocked. It's just wee things like that. We're just a wee bit slow and stuff like that. But again,
it's like watching me in pro clubs, really, which is not a good indictment of a professional footballer.
Yeah, but I don't want to bash him too much because look,
no.
He's not the first choice and he's still young. He was never going to be as good as Trent. It was just a poor game from, unfortunately.